That down. Let's talk about this, shall we? One of my favorite things on television the last couple of years has been Amazon Prime's The Boys. One of the rare pieces of content, actually, that supersedes, no pun intended, supersedes the original source material. I mean, I know Rob and I have talked about this several times. The show The Boys is actually not just better, but actually even significantly better than the original graphic novels. And I like the original graphic novels, I do. But The Boys has just been absolutely insanely good. So last night, after doing a rewatch of the original Inside Out, because Ann and I wanted to prep up for going to see Inside Out 2 today, and Ray had never seen the original Inside Out, so we all sat down to watch that. But after that, I looked at the clock, and it's around 10 o'clock, and I'm like, I should be getting ready for bed, but the first 3 episodes of season 4 of The Boys is dropping at midnight. So doing what I do, I just stayed up till like 3:30 in the morning, watching the first 3 episodes of season 4 of The Boys. I've been kind of waiting with every season that's come out for the wheels to come off, because it is a bloody miracle that the first season of The Boys was as good as it was. I mean, it's crazy how good that season was. So going into season 2, I'm like, okay. But now, like, lightning won't strike twice. And season 2 just upped the game. And then going into season 3, I'm okay, but season 3 just upped the game. By the way, Soldier Boy might be my favorite character in the universe of The Boys. I really do hope he comes back this season. I don't think they're planning on it, but I hope he does. So going in and watching season 4, and I'm not going to go into any of the details of the episodes so far, just give you kind of my general impressions. I freaking loved it. Season 4 has not lost any of its potency. It has, but I will say this, I saw one headline, I think it might have been in Variety, that said something along these lines, that The Boys season 4 becomes a better show, but a worse parody. A better show, but a worse parody. And I thought about that for a second, and I thought, you know what? They're right. At least from the first 3 episodes. Like in seasons 1 and 2 especially, there was so much parody of the superhero genre, right? In season 3, it weaned off that a little bit. There were still, with Soldier Boy in there, obviously, there's still a bunch of parody. But so far in season 3, it's not a parody of superhero genre anymore. It's its own standalone dramatic series that happens to have people in capes that can fly around and shoot laser beams out of their eyes. Or use their really long penises to choke people out. That's the world of The Boys. But it's become a better show. Now, look, I say that having only seen the first 3 episodes. And who knows if the rest of the episodes maintain that level. Who knows if it falls off a cliff or anything like that. But it's really great. And they're following the logical conclusion. Because one of the big themes in The Boys has been with Homelander, who is basically, in this universe, an unstoppable force. And the only thing that's really, in the first 3 seasons, holding Homelander back from just like either wiping out the world or trying to take over the world is deep down, he has this incredibly insecure need to be loved. He wants to be admired. Michael Scott once said, when asked, would you rather be feared or loved? And he said, simple, both. But Homelander wants to be loved. He wants people. It was so good. Michael Scott, man. The show has been that. And as we move now into season 4, because remember, how did season 3 end? It ends with Homelander straight up murdering a guy in public. And there were those who cheered for him. And so how does that, and that really kind of becomes the biggest setup point for what we do into season 4. And it's been great. They introduced a couple of great new characters that we've seen in the teasers that are working out way better than I thought. Obviously, the one thing I told Jonathan, though, The Boys has always been a very political show, right? 100%, it's always been very political. But in seasons 1, 2, and 3, they try to at least pretend to put a little bit of subtlety on their mocking of certain people's politics, the subtlety's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, the subtlety.
I mean, if you don't even know what John's talking about when you watch it, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's right there.
I mean, they straight up, like kind of recreate and do their own version of the January 6 attacks. They kind of straight up do their own version of like Homelander on trial sort of thing. Like, I mean, the subtlety is kind of gone, but they still handle it with the really depth, beautiful nature that they do by making it poignant observations and making it funny at the same time. And by the way, The Boys has never been shy about going after and taking jabs at both sides of the political aisle as well. And they do a pretty good job of that as well. It's every bit as bloody. Dare I say it's sexier and bloodier. It's every bit as bloody. It still has not lost its ability to shock me. I mean, because you'd think after an Ant-Man crawling into the pee hole of another man, sneezing and going back to full size, thus exploding that man's balls and half of his body, you'd think you can't shock us anymore. They continue to find ways to shock us. And yeah, I think it's pretty damn great. It's pretty damn great. I'm not going to sit here and tell you right now that it's better than the other seasons or as good as this season or that season, because I've only seen 3 episodes. But so far, it's pretty wonderful, and it's living up to The Boys. And I cannot wait to see where it goes. And I think we're starting, and even in just the first 3 episodes, I think we're starting to get a picture of where we are heading with the series finale when season 5 ends the show. I think they're already starting to foreshadow how this show's going to end, and it's pretty damn exciting. Hey guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. Guys, are you tired of the rough and rigid jeans crushing your boys? Well, today's sponsor, The Perfect Jean, finally solved all of your denim difficulties. They make great looking, perfect fitting jeans that are as comfortable as sweatpants. The secret? A special denim fabric that is super soft and has the perfect amount of stretch so you can squat, do yoga, or just sit around all day without ever having to take them off. I'm going to admit I was a little bit skeptical because to me, jeans have always been jeans. They're practical, but not always the most comfortable. But I'm telling you guys, it's not an exaggeration. Once I put on these jeans, the Perfect Jean redefined what jeans can be to me. They're the perfect fit, they stretch, they breathe, and again, they're just insanely comfortable. So guys, it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc/Campea15. Our listeners get 15% off your first order plus free shipping, free returns and free exchanges when you use code Campea15 at checkout. Again, that's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc/Campea15 and use the code Campea15. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the John Campea Show and tell them we sent you. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What did you think about this? Did you have a chance to watch the first 3 episodes of The Boys? Obviously, some of you may not. It dropped at 3 a.m. New York time, midnight Los Angeles time. But if you did, what did you think? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.